Cek tes 1 2 3. Cek tes 1 2 3.
Tes.
Yuk, oke guys, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my live room. Balik lagi bersama gue Matole. Kemarin gue terakhir streaming itu tanggal 7 ya, hari Sabtu. Eh, Sekarang baru sempat lagi guys, soalnya lagi banyak banget kesibukan. Gak banyak-banyak amat sih, cuman lebih ke lagi sibuk ngoprek-ngoprek. Kemarin habis dipinjemin PS4 sama saudara, jadi gue coba apa ngoprek-ngoprek lah, bersihin, terus install ulang segala macam. Dan ya gue kecantol sampai beli stick baru DualShock 4, soalnya gue belum punya sih. Yang sering gue pakai itu eh, DualSense ya, stick PS5. Walaupun dari segi apa namanya, dari segi kualitas mungkin jelas jelas bukan mungkin lagi, jelas lebih bagus stick PS5. Cuman ya gimana mau nyalain PS4-nya kalau nggak ada sticknya ya, ya kan? Jadi nyalain PS4 tuh harus pakai PS4 juga, nggak bisa pakai DualSense dari PS5. Nah, jadi ini gue sambunginnya pakai kabel micro. Sebenarnya bisa pakai, cek ntar dah, suara gue keluar nggak sih? Iya keluar ya. Ya sebenarnya bisa pakai eh, Bluetooth, pakai Bluetooth, tapi rumble dari kontrolnya itu nggak bisa kita pakai kalau nggak nyambung pakai USB. Nah, dan ini headset earphone tuh baca, harusnya bisa bisa kita pasangin eh, headset ya di sticknya. Dan ini controller yang apa ya, yang bikin gue sampai nyesel beli controller dari Xbox. Karena lu tau kenapa? Karena Xbox itu kemarin gue biasa gue pakai juga sih. Xbox itu ini harganya 2,5 juta guys. Otak banget. Bagus sih, bagus. Dia ada kayak tampilan apa, tombol tambahannya di bawah. Sudah lengkap sama chargingnya. Lo kalau misalnya ini, kalau mau cari coba lu lihat Xbox Elite Controller Series 2, itu harganya 2,5 juta. Dan sayang banget itu nggak ada giroskopnya guys. Mahal banget, cuman nggak ada giroskop. Dan ini lu tahu ini harga aslinya itu sekitar 800. Jadi hampir bagi duanya guys. Hampir seperduanya. Ini lengkap banget, ada giroskop, lu bisa pakai di PC. Terus lagi ya. Mantep lah. Padahal giroskop penting banget loh guys. Lu main konsol serasa main PC lah kalau misalnya ada giroskop, soalnya yang bidikan-bidikan itu kan perlu giroskop ya. Oke guys, biar lebih chill facecamnya gue matiin aja ya, soalnya
When it snows, the world falls completely silent, and I can
biar
sleep
gue bisa ngudut lah pokoknya. Oke, ini kayaknya untuk misi harian udah gue kelarin dari tadi pagi. Cuma nih gue pengen masuk ke domain lagi. Pengen naikin mana. Gue pengen naikin artefaknya Keking. Siapa nih? Sinkui. Kita ngambil yang mana ya? Ini apaan sih? Well Flame. Ini apa? Shimenawas. Energi recharge ya. Nah inilah. Blizzard Slayer. Ocean ini apa? Martial Artist. Vermilion. Ekos. Mana yang sering gue pakai kemarin? Bukan sih. Ini Nobles. Jadi si Sinku ini gue kombinasiin. Ntar nih Sinku gue kombinasikan artefaknya sama Nobles sama Heart of Death. Sebentar masih fokus di attack aja nih. Noblesnya berapa nih? 2.
brightens the heart.
Oh ya, dan kemarin gue coba mainin Genshin di PS4. Kalau menurut gue sih nggak begitu recommended banget ya, soalnya di PS4 tuh udah kayak di khususnya yang gue pakai itu PS4 Fat masih pakai hard disk, dan Genshin itu tipe yang game yang harus lu cepet-cepet render, butuh kalau pindah-pindah map teleport itu butuh render yang cepet, jadi gue saran sih ya lo kalau punya PS4 ganti SSD lah, atau lu pakai enggak juga sih ya. Atau PS4 Pro kira-kira bisa nggak, atau ada yang udah pernah pakai PS4 Pro? Tinggal komen aja. Cuman kalau menurut gue sih nggak begitu bagus ya. Masih mendingan lu main di laptop sih, di PC atau mungkin PS5. PS5 sih ini udah next gen level lah. Ntar gue pakai apa ya? Packing sih.
Something's come up.
Ini. Hmm,
Gonna be epic.
Oke, solo aja guys. Ya, pakai part yang tadi. Starting. Oke, ini buang dulu.
Don't blink. Cut to the chase.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night into the wind.
Incoming. Hey. Give up.
The wind knows me.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Speed of light. Submit. Don't blink.
Oke.
Incoming. Hey. Off we go. With sword comes shadow. Speed of light.
Yes. Alah.
As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
It's nothing. Your life is mine. Everybody stand back.
The wind knows me.
Don't blink. Hey. Don't waste my time.
Into the wind. Time to
Bisa ada
go.
berapa nih? 126 kali lagi lah.
Incoming. Adventure time. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Alah,
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds call.
Cut to the chase.
oke udah jatuh semua coy. Tarik.
Don't blink. Hey. Speed of light. Good.
The wind knows me.
Let's light it up. Everybody stand back.
Nice. Pokoknya sampai habis ya. Nice.
Let's light it up. Nowhere to hide.
Nah, ngumpul semua lo sih.
Your life is mine. I'm going in.
One with nature.
Incoming. Don't waste my time.
Ya dapat apa? Rata-rata no bloodstand semua nih. Orangnya gue colok kasih. Gue colok. Kira gue enggak.
Don't blink.
Nice. Ay.
Clouds high. The birds call.
With sword comes shadow. Everybody stand back.
Into the wind.
Submit. Incoming. Adventure time.
Ya. 3 kali lagi guys.
Adventure time. Off we go. Give up. Don't blink. Teamwork is dream.
One with nature. Fallen
Nice.
leaves, adorn my night.
Speed of light.
Into the wind.
Don't blink. Nowhere.
Nice.
It's nothing. Your life is mine.
The wind knows me.
Buset. 1 menit coy. Di bawah 1 menit. 49 detik lah. Sekali lagi.
Let's light it up.
Nice. Ah, bentar.
The clouds high. The birds call.
Give up.
One with nature.
Speed of light with sword from shadow. Incoming.
Berapa? Beda sedetik kayak tadi. Bloodstand lagi. Sekali lagi kan? Oh iya. Siaran belum gua ambil hadiahnya.
The wind knows me.
Alah.
Everybody stand.
Into the wind.
Alah. Alah. Buset, habis gue nih.
Don't waste my time. Your life is mine. Nowhere to hide.
Fallen leaves.
Mampus lu.
Adorn my night.
Ngumpul semua lu.
One with nature.
I'm going in.
Lama sih ini. 2 menit kan. Jadi tercepat tadi 49 detik ya. Enak sih tadi soalnya. Kazuha dikit lagi full. untuk ultinya. Terus Bennett juga ready, Keking tadi juga udah ready banget, jadi tinggal kasih apa, masukin di timing yang, keluarin ulti di timing yang tepat aja. Eh, kita ambilnya di monster aja ya.
Ad Astra at. Thank you for completing to.
PP. Ada yang baru, oh ada. Oh, gue udah kelar nih. Bisa menang. Atas.
The wind knows me. Time to go.
Wah, anjay, kamu tuh. Aduh, kurang sih. Lagi. Datang lagi. Kelar. Sampai habis.
Dodoko, Jumpy Dumpty, and Cleese, Sparks and Splash are the best! This game reminds Paimon of the incident happening in Cider Lake. But come to think of it, why go to the trouble of finding the invading species when they could just ask Clea to... They could even give us some bombs and let us handle this!
Well. From the looks on your faces, it seems like you're having fun.
It's Lisa! You're here! We loved playing Dodoko's Bombastic Adventure. What a fun game you designed!
Thanks for playing. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Perhaps I should come up with some new updates?
Ooh, yay! Clea wants to see Dodoko going on adventures in all kinds of places. No, wait. You must have spent a long time working on the game. It must be exhausting. We shouldn't make Lisa work too hard.
Aw, thank you for being so considerate. But if it helps keep you happy while you stay inside the city, of course I understand that you prefer going on your own adventures whenever you like. The game is just meant to be a new way to pass the time. Anyway, I have some great news. And I've also brought a gift for you cuties.
A gift? Actually, I have a gift for Mr. Honorary Knight and Paimon, too.
We'll get to the gifts in a moment. Let me tell you the news first. That's right. 2 knights from the investigation team found the invasive species nest. The knights have also determined the cause of their invasion. The species were accidentally introduced to the lake by a merchant without any malicious intent, so the knights let her go after some lecturing and issuing a fine.
Luckily, they didn't cause too much trouble. But even Paimon thinks that merchant was way too careless. Is it time for gifts yet? Can Klee go first?
Of course. Klee's been returning home on time every day without being reminded by anyone.
When I was home at night, I looked through Albedo's crafting book and learned to make this. Da-da-da! Whoa! It's Dodoko doing a jump! Yep. I made a figure that looks like the Dodoko from Dodoko's Bombastic Adventure! Even though I can't make it throw real bombs, I hope it'll remind you of the fun we had together and blast away your troubles and boredom. A big Dodoko toy! Oh, Paimon loves surprises like this! With this, it'll feel like we're adventuring with Klee and Dodoko wherever we go! I'm so happy you like my gift. I worked super hard on it. What's your gift, Lisa? I want to see.
Well, I'm afraid my gift is a lot less creative than yours. It's a storybook about Dodoko's bombastic adventures.
An adventure story! Whoa!
The little cuties return to Mondstadt and join Klee on an adventure with Dodoko. Together, they defeated the bad spiky fish warriors and then enjoyed an afternoon tea. A most fitting way to end Dodoko's bombastic adventure.
Did you plan out the whole story while designing the game?
No, as the protagonists of the story, you little cutie and Klee all played an important part in bringing the story to life. I've left a blank spot in the book specially for illustrations, but I just thought of an even better idea. Since we're all here on this special occasion, why don't I take a photo of you together?
Sure! We got to see our friends and play games together! That's definitely worth celebrating! Come on then, Mr. Honorary Knight and Paimon. Ready, Lisa? We had so much fun today. 3, 2, 1, Dodoko!
Adakah? Lisa nggak masuk coy. Pengen banget foto padahal sama Mbak Lisa. Ngulang coy. Nice. Aduh salah kan, Cok. Aduh, kurang 4 coy. Coba. Oh, udah sih. Oke, yang gue sih hadiahnya ya. Oke, sekarang kita lanjut misi Archon lah.
Follow the wind. Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
Easy peasy.
Let's make haste.
Wish me luck.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Want me to come along?
We can do this.
This will be interesting.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
Let's finish this quickly.
Follow the wind.
I see, I see. So that's the latest scoop. Good thing you didn't rat me out. Otherwise, who knows where I'd have to be hiding to avoid attention. No idea. Sorry. I've already cashed out of the canned knowledge business. Huh? You mean you stopped selling it? That's right. With so much canned knowledge flooding the market, it was becoming impossible to fetch decent prices anymore. Besides, it seems that group of smugglers has practically taken over the market. It's a little rule of mine to never fight for a share of someone else's market. If I'm gonna make Mora, it's gonna be the lion's share. Plus, with regulations getting as tight as they are now, I figured I might as well just hang it up.
Nice, pinter lagi.
Aw, sounds like we came all this way for nothing. Well, not completely. Granted, I don't know who's behind all the smuggling activity, but since you didn't sell me out, I'll let you in on what I do know. After all, those smugglers have really crossed the line, butting their way into the market like that. I hope their luck runs out soon so that I can take over. I mean, so that the industry can become more fairly regulated.
Hey, you just want to make more business for yourself.
Don't underestimate its value. Think about it. You can gain all sorts of knowledge while bypassing the troublesome process of studying. Naturally, that makes it a product worth a high price. Of course, not everyone needs that kind of knowledge, but in a market as big as Sumeru, there is plenty of demand. Plus, the cost of production is relatively low, so even if dealers have to cover transportation costs, there's still an enormous profit to be made.
Then why does the academia prohibit selling canned knowledge?
Being able to gain complex knowledge and become a scholar with the snap of your fingers, but everything in the world comes at a price, right? Gaining knowledge is a complicated process. It requires learning, thinking, and practice. Even when it comes to my own business, I have to go through a lot of preparation before I put anything out for sale. But with canned knowledge, one may simply skip all the hassle and get whatever they need to know immediately. That inherently leads to at least two potential problems. First, you'll accept the knowledge as factual without a second thought, and you'll find it very hard to forget. This means that if the knowledge is flawed, then it'll be very difficult to correct. And second, excess use of knowledge capsules over an extended time diminishes your ability to think. You'll end up becoming like a library that can only store knowledge.
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Traveler, you used canned knowledge before. Did you feel any negative effect?
Of course, using it sparingly is not an issue, which is exactly why I used to sell it. It's just like how medicine can be used to keep... Anyway, back to the point. There'll be consequences if the sale of And what's worse, you're playing right into their hands by focusing only on the canned knowledge that's made its way into the market. As far as I know, their real purpose is to distribute information about the Court of Desolation. That's where the real business opportunity is.
The Court of Desolation? What's that?
Rumor has it that it's a site of ruins from the age of King Deshret. It's said that with the treasures inside, one can see beyond life and death. But any research of the ruins is strictly banned by the academia. Word on the street is that there'll be an auction taking place in the desert. They're auctioning rare canned knowledge, some of which is related to the Court of Desolation. Once I heard about the auction, I began to suspect that all the canned knowledge popping up on the market is just a diversion. I'd wager that their real target is the Court of Desolation. Because studying those ruins is not just a simple matter. It requires knowledge spanning several fields. So, if they're aiming to quickly assemble a research team, canned knowledge would be the best solution. As for the auction, chances are they're trying to attract and scout out anyone with interest or expertise on the subject. On the other hand, no one can say for sure that they will ever succeed in finding the Court of Desolation. So, they might as well just make a fortune while they're at it by
Sounds to Paimon like we better head to the desert and see the auction.
That's right. And now that I've shared all that valuable info with you, it's time to introduce our limited edition desert travel kit. It comes complete with a map straight to the auction location. As I said, I also have to make preparations before I sell things, right? Now, let me consider how much I should sell this. I've got it! 500,000 mora per clip! That's quite the bargain. We'll even offer a 50% discount for little Paimon's travel kit. What? No need to worry, little one. Sino's the one heading this investigation, isn't he? I'll be sure to bill all the expenses to him. All you'll need to do is tell him to go to the Merchants Guild and pay the bill once the mission is completed. Just, be sure to not send him directly here, though, okay? That would leave me completely in the open. I'm sure the
Beras,
General
Cok.
Mahamatra of the Academia would never leave any debt unpaid. And I can only imagine the funds he's allocated for investigations. Oh, maybe I should charge him more.
We'd better get going. If Dory keeps at it, we'll be out of Mora.
Today's
Time to go.
is already finished.
Ada apa sih? Oh,
One with nature.
jauh coy.
Sino! We got news for you. What the smugglers are really after is a chance to research the Court of Desolation. They are hosting an auction in the desert to sell canned knowledge about those ruins.
The Court of Desolation. I won't ask how you came by this intel. But is it reliable?
We also heard that the Court of Desolation contains treasures from the time of King Deshret. Is that true?
Partially. It was a secret place built by a dark sect from the age of King Deshret. The ruins do contain treasures. According to past research, one must forfeit their life as the price of entering. They are not, however. If they are using the canned knowledge as a way to move information and recruit researchers, then I suppose your conclusion does hold some validity. Less in recent years, but there are always those who attempt to do so, both inside and outside the academia. After all, legends claim that whoever obtains the treasures inside can see beyond life and death, or even resurrect the dead. Death is often the greatest grievance for many people. Though they're fully aware that the chance of these rumors being true are slim, they hold tight to such fantasies. That's why some continue to research it, regardless of it being a restricted subject. Do you know where the auction is taking place? Good. We'll go investigate. But before that, we'll have to get rid of these people tailing us.
Oke.
People tailing
Spy,
us?
guys.
That's right. Let's begin to leave town and see what happens. Don't worry. I'll make short work of them.
That's Sino for ya. But we can lend a hand too, you know.
Time to go. Into the wind.
It's nothing. Submit. I'll protect us.
Oh, so sorry. Clouds high. The birds call. One with nature. Cool it. Give up. Into the wind. Time to go.
harus pakai
At the ready. Opening a chest is like unwrapping a gift.
Oh.
Hold it right there. Heading to the desert, are we? I would think twice if I were you.
Who are you?
That doesn't matter. All you need to know is that someone wishes to inform you that it's not too late to turn back. You must be Sino. I've heard a lot about you. You've got quite a reputation. But this time, and as for you two, why bother sticking your noses in trouble that doesn't even concern you? Hmm?
That's right. We won't just sit back and do nothing.
Ha! Have you really thought it through? You're not just doing this for recognition, are you, Sino? My employer said that he's willing to compromise as long as you just walk away. He could, for example, reduce the amount of canned knowledge on the market. I'm sure that would help your investigation appear to be successful enough. On top of that, he's willing to give you a cut of the profit. So you see, you get both Mora and a boost to your reputation.
Is that so? Well, I can't think of a reason why I'd accept. I've heard enough. Get out of my way.
Sorry, no can do. We're getting paid to ensure you disappear.
Nowhere to run! Dodge this! One with nature.
keren sih.
Falling leaves, adorn my night! Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time.
Through me, justice is served.
Hey, Buset, keren ya.
This doesn't change anything. You're in over your head, Sino. There will be others coming for you. You'll regret it. Let's get out of here.
No need. Even if we apprehend them, there'll be little information to gain. I apologize for bringing you into this dangerous mess. You should be careful from now on. Sleep with one eye open.
Wait, hold on. There's no way anyone could sleep without clothes.
You'd be surprised. Anyway, just be careful. Mercenaries are never quick to forget. In their line of work, even a single failure is bad for reputation. They may even stay hidden in some dark corner for a very long time, waiting for the right moment to ambush you. Yes, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was carrying out a mission with one of my superiors. I didn't have much experience at the time, and I let my guard down after we had closed the case. My superior was injured while protecting me, and we struggled to gain control of the situation. I've become more vigilant ever since, staying alert even while I sleep.
Ooh, who could have seen that coming? Was he okay?
He survived with a fractured wrist. It took 2 months for him to recover, but luckily, there weren't any further complications. Last year, he transferred to an administrative role for personal reasons, and no longer participates in live missions. His name is Taj Radkani, a very well-respected Matra. You'll have the chance to meet him someday. Anyway, our mission will be dangerous. I'm already used to such grueling conditions, but I don't want to see you two get hurt.
Don't worry, Paimon will stay alert. We'll see danger coming a mile away.
Good. Don't worry. It won't be long till we're at the bottom of this. And once this is all over, I'll sweep away any other hidden
I follow the wind.
Nah, kok patah? Bentar, udah absen belum sih? Ini belum deh untuk hari ini. Guys,
So hot. If only there was some shade for us to cool off under.
We still have a long way to go, so you'll need to hang in there for a while longer.
Okay. But don't you feel hot too, Sino?
Of course, but I'm accustomed to these conditions.
Care to share any tips? Paimon's about to melt away.
Just try to stay focused. Use your willpower to support your mind. The moment you start to give in is when you'll feel more tired. Take one step after another. Don't let your mind perceive your body's limitations. We must get somewhere safe before we can relax.
Okay, if you say so. But where would be a more safe place to rest? Just look around. It's just sand and desert. There aren't any monsters for miles around. Whoa! Where did these scorpions come from?
Watch out. Something's not right about them.
The wind knows me.
Well, Paimon really didn't expect to see those here.
Those weren't just normal scorpions. See? There are marked numbers on their pincers. Someone doesn't want us to show up at the auction. These scorpions were sent to keep us away. We are surrounded by desert as far as the eye can see.
This place is super dangerous. Good thing we didn't let our guard down.
Something's not right. There are no roads in the desert, so how could they know where we are? Stay still. Here's the answer. They must have planted this on you.
Huh? What is it?
A miniature tracking device made by the Ksharawar.
buset.
They can use this to discern your parts, but this device wasn't licensed for mass production. Where did they get it? Could someone from the Ksharawar also be involved? But that doesn't seem right.
Whoa! Paimon never knew that kind of thing even existed!
They probably planted it on the Traveler during our fight with the mercenaries earlier. It was a frantic fight. It's only natural you didn't notice the device.
Well, good thing you were able to find it, Sino. Now let's get rid of it.
No. Hold on to it for now. It might still be useful for us. Let's keep heading to the auction. It would be dangerous to linger here any longer.
Time to go. One with nature.
Let the show begin.
Malah inaktif. Oh, gara-gara ini nih.
They're back again! How many of them are there?
Cool it. Into the wind.
Tarik nih.
Outrider Amber. Go, Ferret Bunny! No one escapes my sight!
One with nature. Time to go.
Satu lagi berarti. Biasanya sih 4 ya. Oh, gitu.
Another target tracked down by Outrider Amber.
Thank you, Amber.
Ready when you are.
Weird. Is this where the auction is? Yeah, not a single soul.
We didn't waste any time getting here after we defeated those mercenaries. They shouldn't have been able to give any warning, but even so, they still knew we were coming. Someone here must have been watching the tracker.
Aw, what should we do now?
We searched the area. They couldn't have moved all the knowledge capsules so quickly. There might still be something left for us to find.
All right, let's take a...
Did you find anything?
No, nothing in particular.
It's possible there weren't many knowledge capsules containing info about the Court of Desolation, so they carried those off. But don't worry. I have another idea. Come back and meet me here after some time has passed. I'm sure something will come up by then. They packed up in a hurry and didn't have time to carry off all their goods. They won't just leave them here. Once they think we've left the premises, they'll be back to pick up their belongings. We just need to make sure the tracker goes far enough from here to make them assume that it's safe to come back.
Oh, Paimon gets it. We'll lure them out because they'll think we've left. Okay, we'll start heading away and leave this place to you.
Yes, And don't worry. If they dare to return, I'll make sure they stay.
Ciao, coy.
Ugh, so tired. We've probably gone far enough now. Yay. Let's rest for a little while before we go back to find Sino. It's probably a... Let's go. Maybe
Follow the wind.
So you're the bad guy behind all this, aren't ya? All right, tell Paimon everything you know.
I didn't act immediately when he showed up. Rather, I laid low and observed for a while, and he is not the primary instigator. But he is most likely one of the more important dealers.
Yes, impressive. You certainly live up to your reputation, Sino. If I had any idea you were still around, I wouldn't have gone so greedy.
Huh? Greedy?
Once everyone knew you were coming, all the canned knowledge dealers abandoned their goods and fled at once. Obviously, there wasn't time to pack up everything. Since all the goods were just left here unsupervised, I thought I'd use the opportunity to come back and take what I could. You know, free merchandise is good business, but... I suppose there's no use explaining it now.
You must know who's manufacturing and selling the canned knowledge, correct? Will you tell us willingly? Or do I need to make you talk?
No, I'll talk. But before that, perhaps we can take the conversation elsewhere? If we stay here, chances are that someone will see me with you. That would put both me and my family in danger.
All right. Where do you suggest we go?
How about my home in Aru Village? It should be safe there.
Fine. Let's head out. You can throw away the tracker now, Traveler.
Listen, buddy, you better not try to trick...
Come on now. Do you really think I'd try to pull anything under Sino's watch? Seriously, what can I even do?
Dad, you're back! Oh, we have guests? Hi there.
This is my daughter, Semin. She can be a little shy of strangers. Why don't you run along now, dear? Dad needs to talk with our guests.
Oh, okay.
Everyone knows Sino in our business, but let me ask, who are you two?
Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
To be honest, I really didn't expect to see Sino, the lone operator, working with any partners. When I saw the tracker start moving away, I assumed you had decided to just go back empty-handed. But even though you caught me, I'd still urge you to stop while you still can. You should abandon this investigation.
Why's that?
Everything from the manufacturing of canned knowledge to the sales and even splitting the profits. Every step of the process involves dozens, if not hundreds of people. Massive profits have brought everyone together in this business. Everyone will try their best to defend this industry that we've worked to build. It will be a long and difficult fight, even for you, Sino. And even if you manage to win in the end, no one will thank you. If anything, you yourself might even feel remorse. Why are you so bent on putting us out of business?
Everyone has their own reasons for what they do. I don't have to explain mine.
Here's some tea, Dad. And for the guests, too.
Right. I forgot to offer tea to our
Sweet.
guests.
Sweet girl.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. And, I should tell you that our tea tastes kind of bitter, but I put some sugar in to make it a little tastier.
That's my girl. Do we still have any sugar left? If not, I'll buy some more next time.
Yes, we do. Okay. I'm gonna go have a rest now.
Didn't you say that everyone's in it for the massive profits? That sure doesn't seem to be the case for you.
Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I was hoping to ask you for a favor. My daughter was born with a chronic disease, so she has a relatively weak heart and lungs. Even slightly strenuous exercise can cause her to faint and prove to be a life-threatening risk. That's why she never really had any friends to play with, and why she locks herself up in her room most of the time. She has to take lots of medicine, and it doesn't come cheap. As for me, I was just an average merchant. I would wake up early and travel all around to make a profit. But the Mora was still nowhere near enough. I could only watch my daughter's health deteriorate day by day. Until one day, someone reached out and showed me a way to really make a profit.
Selling canned knowledge.
That's right. With all the Mora I made, I could finally afford medical treatment for my daughter. Nothing made me happier than seeing her get better. There are many others like me. Smuggling canned knowledge might seem like an unforgivable crime to you, but to us, it's a means of survival. I wanted to tell you all this so that maybe you could understand and change your mind. Please, stay out of this, Sino. Give us a way to survive.
Oh no. That means that if we prevent the sale of canned knowledge, his daughter will...
I must get to the truth. I can find someone to help treat your child, but I cannot turn a blind eye to the smuggling. These are two completely different issues.
I somehow knew you would say that. But having your word to help my daughter is enough for me. Since you insist on continuing the investigation, you should have a look around the back of my home. You'll find some goods I received just recently. I think everything will become clear to you.
Whoa! Look at all of this!
Yes, all neatly packed away and organized in boxes. To think that this is only one dealer's worth. Small producers couldn't possibly support such a large quantity of goods. Could the academia have a hand in this?
Huh? Look! These seem different from the other knowledge capsules we've seen. Maybe they...
Yes, that would make sense. Wait, what's this? Yes, it's a Matra seal, indicating that the goods have passed Matra inspection. I started to suspect that someone in the academia might be involved when I found the tracker earlier. But how they could ship so much canned knowledge out of the academia was still a mystery. The pieces have now all fallen into place. With this Matra seal, goods can leave the academia without undergoing a second inspection. No wonder they don't want me to investigate. It turns out that a Matra is behind this. Even I find it hard to believe. Could I ask you for a favor, Traveler? Since all this canned knowledge came from the academia, then it's highly likely that the knowledge regarding the Court of Desolation, if we can enter the repository, we can find out who accessed these files. But considering my current status, if I suddenly show up at the academia now, it will only draw unnecessary attention. You'll need to be the one who checks the records. I'll write a letter to Nabil, and he'll take you there.
Sure thing! Leave it to us!
I'll also keep working here in the meantime. Although our leads are all currently pointing to someone within the academia, it's obvious that they also have power outside of it. We can get more information on other dealers from Bahari. I'll stay here and make some preparations. You can come find me anytime if you uncover more info.
Oke. Kita balik ke Semeru.
Hello, we meet again. Have you managed to find Sino? If so... I read the letter, and must admit that I hadn't expected things to be so serious. Sorry. Had I known it would be so dangerous, I never would have gotten you two involved.
It's alright. We wanted to help Sino too.
I can tell that he really trusts you. The research files stored away in the restricted repository are far from ordinary. Even I don't usually have authorization to enter. But with this letter from Sino, it shouldn't be a problem. That's right. Granted, the academia is very supportive when it comes to research. They encourage scholars to conduct all kinds of studies. However, some forms of research have proven to be so dangerous that the Matra have to step in and put a stop to them. But some information may be retained as a record to warn later researchers. Such information is kept in the restricted repository, which is heavily guarded. Follow me, I'll show you.
The restricted repository? Sounds kinda dangerous. We'd better keep an eye out.
Those closed-door research projects are a complete waste of money.
Time to go.
Okay, I understand. Since Sino is vouching for you, I suppose we can trust you. You may browse the information regarding the Court of Desolation, but I'd suggest avoiding any other research files. Sometimes the less you know, the better.
So this is the restricted repository. I never thought I'd see the inside of it. This is a first for both you and me.
There are many who do not openly converse with others within the academia. But even so, there are very few who I feel could be trusted with a real secret. Sino happens to be one of them. Even though he's no longer in the academia, I still trust him. And that goes for anyone he trusts as well. The files are over there. Just make it quick.
Whoa, there's a lot to read here. Have you found anything yet? Huh, it reminds Paimon of Sino's former partner.
His former partner? That would be Taj Radkani. But you're not far off. Mortada Radkani was Taj's only son.
What? Taj's son went to prison for
Why do you sound so surprised? You're a Matra, aren't you?
It's just that they arrested him in secret, so it was never publicly known. All I knew was that Taj's son was taken to prison. It's not just me.
No. Unfortunately, there isn't. He took his own life not long after he went to prison. You've heard about Taj, right? I know Nabil has. Every Matra knows him. I would say he's probably pushing 50 this year, which makes him one of the most experienced Matra. He is a man of integrity and honesty, and has made countless achievements. His reputation goes back a long way now. He used to be Sino's only partner. Taj is also skilled with the polearm, so the two of them used to practice together when they weren't out on a mission.
Ah, right. I heard Sino mention that before. But one day, Taj suddenly decided to retire from active duty and I wonder if it had anything to do with the
Taj was already very well known by the time Mortada was born. So when Mortada came to study at the academia, everyone had high expectations of him. Then he had an unpleasant dispute with his father, but they were eventually able to work things out. Not long after they had reconciled, Mortada was caught studying the Court of Desolation, which is in violation of academia rules. Taj arrested his son and put him behind bars. He begged for leniency, but Taj wouldn't agree. Shortly after, Mortada slit his own throat with the pieces of a broken bowl. By the time Taj arrived at the scene, it was already too late. Since then, Taj has been periodically coming to the repository. He'll hold the files from his son's research with a remorseful look on his face. I guess that's why.
I had no idea that happened. That must be really hard for Taj. I've never heard him mention that to anyone.
That's awful. Paimon feels terrible now. Are you okay, Traveler?
Wait, don't tell me you're starting to suspect Taj now. Impossible. Taj would never do that. I mean, yes, he does, but this is Taj we're talking about. He would never do anything against regulations. Never.
But if you claim that the canned knowledge was originating from the academia, then Taj is indeed a suspect, because he was the only one who could have recently gone through research files about the Court of Desolation. There are so many files about those ruins that it would be difficult to restart any research, since the 7 original researchers were put behind bars.
Thank you, guys.
It's hard enough just trying to make sense of these files. However, if the files were made into canned knowledge, they could be understood immediately. By doing so, one could restart the research outside the academia without anyone ever noticing.
But even so...
According to the legends, the treasures inside the Court of Desolation could allow someone to see beyond life and death, or even bring the dead back to life, right? So maybe Taj is trying to bring Mortada back. Though I don't really believe Taj would ever try to do something like that. I'm just telling you what I know. It's the job of the Matra to find the truth and track down criminals. Do you have any questions? If not, it'd be best if you would leave now.
Paimon's kinda confused. What should we do?
Oh, now that I think about it, Sino suspected that the canned knowledge was coming from within the academia, right? There's no way so many boxes could ever get through without drawing any attention. Maybe we could try asking people around the gate of the academia and see what we can find. Don't worry, Taj. I won't let your reputation be tarnished.
Alrighty then, let's go ask around.
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipments of goods leaving the academia recently?
No, not that I'm aware of. Perhaps you could ask someone else?
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipments of goods leaving the academia recently?
Huh. Well, yes, but isn't that pretty normal? The academia consumes so many resources each day, everything from cooking ingredients, raw materials, even equipment for experiments. It's normal for goods to be...
Right, but we're looking for shipments with a Matra seal. Have you seen any like that?
That I'm not too sure of. I normally wouldn't notice whether the goods have any seals or not. Maybe you should ask someone else.
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipments of goods leaving the academia recently?
Huh? Why do you ask?
I'm just checking to ensure nothing unusual has happened.
Well, I can't say it's unusual, but I did notice something. There's a Kashar researcher who's been making frequent shipments recently. Dozen of large boxes each time, if not more. When I asked him about it, he said they just contained a bunch of old worn-out machines. The Kashar used to often sell scrap machines to traveling merchants, so I didn't really think anything of it. But he's been making a lot of shipments lately. There weren't ever so many outdated machines before.
And you didn't find that suspicious? Why didn't you report it for inspection?
Well, the boxes were stamped with a Matra seal. Why should I bother? Of course, I did start to wonder about the seal once, thinking that maybe they forged it or something. But you know what happened? A man named Taj came here and told me that he'd already inspected the goods personally and ordered me to leave the researcher alone. I couldn't question his word, could I?
Impossible. There must be some sort of mistake. There's no way Taj would ever... No, I won't believe it. Taj is an honorable man. Someone must be trying to frame him. Wait, I know another Matra who works with Taj. I can ask him to let us speak with Taj.
As I've already told you, I don't have any way to contact Taj. A few Eremites showed up looking for Taj yesterday, and he met with them in his office. I was standing outside of the door, and I vaguely heard them say, "Found it." Before I realized it, the door opened, and Taj left with the group of them. I noticed that he had also changed into Eremite attire. But Taj didn't come to work today, so I've also started to feel a little concerned about the whole thing. If you'd like to speak with him, maybe you can try visiting his home. He lives just on the outskirts of Sumeru City.
A group of Eremites? Could Taj really be the one making all the canned knowledge?
No way. Taj is just like Sino. They're considered heroes among the Matra. There is no way that he would... Fine. Looks like there's no other choice.
Hey, don't let it get to you just yet. We'll get to the bottom of this once and for all.
Jauh ya.
Time to go.
So, this is Taj's place.
Well, what should we do then?
No. Wait, the door's unlocked. Well, anyway, we're still not sure if he's the real culprit. Probably not a good idea to go in without permission. You're right. Even if we apply for a warrant now, we won't be able to do anything until tomorrow at the earliest. This is an emergency. I just hope Taj doesn't mind. What's this?
It's a paper full of names written on it. Oh, and a map. Nabil, can you make any sense of this?
Yes, this is definitely Taj's handwriting. These are the transactions between Taj and some other people. From the look of the numbers, the scale of this smuggling case is absolutely massive. The whole operation involves more than 300 people, including dozens of celebrities. I have a feeling that Sino might be unaware of what he's up against. There's no way anyone could face such a large organization on their own. You're right, that's just who he is. As for the map, it appears to indicate the location of the Court of Desolation. Let's take it to Sino and let him If Taj really has turned on his honor and committed these terrible acts, then I suspect that he might... I don't want to suspect him, but I also don't know him very well.
All right, we'll give these to Sino.
Terus. Udah jam 12, kayaknya gue harus start dulu. Ngantuk banget soalnya. Ya sempet tiduran berapa menit. Thank you banget guys yang udah mampir dari awal sampai akhir. Thank you yang udah nge-share tadi. Thank you yang udah ngasih tab-tabnya. See you next stream. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.